بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد. The few who were considered or are considered part of Ahl Sunnah yet spoke against Imam Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, they were misinformed about his da'wah. They were misinformed about the true nature of his da'wah. It didn't reach them. It was clouded by the overwhelming number of accusations and rumors that he had faced. Communication was not like what it is today. And some judged based on a misrepresented narrative that was told to them. The majority of his opponents during his time were those who openly defended clear acts of shirk. The Quburiyin, the Ash'ari, the Sufis, the people of the Kalam, the blind followers who were fanatically attached to their madhab, or those who were driven by tribal or regional bias in one form or another. These false accusations are nothing more than tactics used to frighten people away from the callers to pure Tawheed. It's to distort their image. It's to turn the public against them. Take, for example, the Murji'ah, Jews of the Qibla, the slaves of Ibn Salman and Ibn Zayd and the rest of the Tawheed. They label the righteous Muwahhidīn today as takfiris, and they dedicate their time and resources to slandering them. At the same time, there are indeed real ghulā in takfir, who out of ignorance and recklessness and desire, they unjustly and wrongfully declare masses of people kuffar. These ghulā in takfir also oppose the Muwahhidīn, the people of haqq today. In fact, it's the Muwahhidīn upon the haqq who are called takfiris by the Murji'ah. They're the ones who truly stand up against these ghulā in their takfir. The Murji'ah and these ghulā who engage in wrongful takfir are two sides of the same coin, each deviating from the haqq in opposite yet equally destructive ways. Now, strangely, the slaves of Ibn Salman show very little to no interest in warning against the real ghulā in their wrongful takfir. We're talking about some who mass takfir in unprecedented ways. Why? Because the Murji'ah's true aim is not to protect the ummah from wrongful takfir. Rather, their goal is to scare people away from the callers to pure Tawheed by labeling them as takfiris. They fear those who sincerely uphold the pure Tawheed, because such people pose a real threat to their master's thrones. These are the people who, by the will of Allah, will inherit the earth. So they seek to distort their image and turn the masses against them. The point of this is that their goal, the Murji'ah's goal, in labeling the righteous Muwahhidīn as takfiris, while showing little to no effort in confronting the real ghulā in the wrongful takfir, it's just an attempt to turn the masses against the righteous who pose a genuine threat to the Tawagheed that they serve and revere. It's a tactic to drive people away from the people of the haqq. The same happened to Imam Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab when he called to pure Tawheed. Deviants tried to destroy his image by labeling him a takfiri. In one of Imam Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab's letters, he explained. He said the slander and trials that befell him was because of the demolition of structures over graves, and because he forbade people from invoking the righteous, which is something taken from the Quran and Sunnah. He also said it was because he was commanding people to direct their dua sincerely to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. He said when this matter became public, individuals and their ulama began spreading rumors about him. And the rumors escalated far and wide, and they reached the east and the west. and they attributed to him false labels and accusations. Among the many accusations, probably the biggest and most popular one is the false claim that his da'wah was rooted in takfir. Probably one of the first, if not the first one who accused him of this was Muhammad ibn Abdul Rahman ibn Hussein al-Afaliqi. He was more commonly known as Ibn Afaliq al-Hanbali. He said, وَهَذَا الرَّجُلْ كَفَّرَ الْأُمَّةِ. He said, Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab declared the entire ummah kuffar. This is merely an attempt to discredit Imam Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab. It's an attempt to scare people away from listening to his message. The burden is on them to provide proof for that, both back then and today. Yet they failed to do so in the past, and they will not succeed today by the will of Allah. The Imam, rahimahullah ta'ala, personally took it upon himself to refute this false accusation. He addressed it clearly in many of his letters to ulama and to leaders and to the general public. Time and again, he declared his innocence from this allegation. And he confirmed that in this matter and in other matters, he never deviated from the path of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. This accusation was repeatedly rejected not only by the Imam himself, but also by many of his students and followers. Imam Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab said, we don't declare Muslims to be kuffar, we declare the mushrikeen to be kuffar. They accused Imam Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab of the same things they accuse the people of haqq today. The ones who seek to establish the sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this earth. The accusation that they declare anyone who doesn't migrate to them as a disbeliever or as a kafir. No matter how many times it's denied, whether it's by the highest authorities or the simplest individuals, the deviant ones will continue to repeat it. This is because their goal is not to seek the truth. Their goal is to tarnish reputations and scare people away. Imam Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab freed himself from this accusation, yet they still accuse him of it. Just like the people of haqq today. He said, they falsely claim that we declare people kuffar indiscriminately. And they falsely claim that we require people to migrate to us. The statements rejected mass takfir or takfir based on mere suspicion or any form of wrongful takfir are numerous and well documented. There's a vast body of clear refutations from the Imam himself and from his most distinguished students and his followers, all of them firmly denying and condemning such practices and proving that they're false.